can two people walk together unless they first agree? No, it's going to be a cat fight. You're going to go this way, they're going to go this way, and you're going to fight about which way is right. One person's going to walk fast, one person's going to walk slow, and one person can be trying to drag the other one. You're not going to be able to walk together unless you first agree. There are 3 levels of communication in marriage. All of us are going to communicate on one of these 3 levels in marriage. The first is proactive communication. It's the right way to communicate. And proactive communication means before it's an issue, we're going to talk. We're going to be spending money for the rest of our married lives together. Since we know we're going to be managing money together, let's just sit down and talk. Let's don't do it, as we're going. Let's do it right now. Let's proactively discuss how we're going to raise our children. Let's proactively discuss our priorities and our values and so on and so forth. Let's sit down and talk beforehand, and that's the secret of peace. If you're going to have peace in your marriage, it means you talk about issues in advance and come to a place of agreement so that you can walk together peacefully. The second level of communication is reactive communication. Because you didn't proactively communicate, now you're going to react all the time. I'm going to react to how much you're spending. I'm going to react to the fact that you dominate the remote control and I don't like your stupid shows. I'm going to react to the fact that you don't clean the house and you don't chip in. We're always reacting to each other because we never proactively communicated, so we fight all the time. That's what Karen and I did. And here's the worst one. It's called radioactive communication, level 3. Because we don't proactively communicate, we react to everything, and then certain issues fall in the radioactive category, and it means we can't touch those issues because somebody's going to get hurt. Well, this program today is talking about, finding agreement in marriage, which is a big deal. And in the teaching, Karen, we're talking about issues. The very best way to achieve agreement is to be proactive, and that is to talk about things before they're an issue. And this is what we do. Mm-hmm. If you don't do that, you're going to react. And that's what we did. We did not, early in our marriage, we did not sit down and discuss things beforehand. And so we were always reacting to circumstances, and then inevitably things are going to drop into the radioactive category. A couple of the issues that we just couldn't discuss, were the kids and money. Is when the issue, especially money, when the issue of money came up, it was radioactive. We even just saying the words, our blood pressure would go up and we would get in a fight for sure. So let's talk for just a minute, Karen, about the couples that are watching, and they have radioactive issues within their marriage. And the first step to finding agreement is to identify those radioactive issues.
Well, how did you identify this with me? Because I'm always thinking that it's easier for us to look into each other.
And I think that's a great question. If you can't talk about it with your spouse without the fear of what they're going to do, that is a radioactive issue. And so, in other words, just make a list and just say, what is it in our marriage that is radioactive? The other thing I want to say is this, and this is huge in finding agreement. You have to give your spouse the right to complain without paying a price. And so let's just say that money is a radioactive issue, okay? And you go to your spouse and you say, listen, I realize that every time we talk about this, we get in a fight. I want you to know, I want you to be able to come and talk to me, and I'm going to listen patiently, and you're not going to pay a price for doing that. Because, see, what happens is that whether it's fear or anger or control or whatever it is that causes us to get into that radioactive kind of a situation, it doesn't, when you don't talk about something, it doesn't go away, it just gets there and grows. And the problem is getting worse and worse, especially issues that happen every day, like money and things like that. So you have to give your spouse the right to complain about those issues.
And that's what you would do with me. Like when we would talk about money, it was so, like you're saying, so horrible. And, when we, again, started doing it right, you would say, I love you, and I think it's important for us just to sit down and talk about this. And it wasn't something that in other words, you were getting rid of the toxic feelings you were having about me from the radioactive stuff. and you were, coming into it with not so much what I did wrong or how this is going to end up being in such a bad way. It's like, okay, how can we start talking about this in the right way? And even with the kids, you and I, as parents, we were young, first of all, but there were trigger points for both of us, whether our kids' personalities were different or how we viewed them is different. And as a mother, I'm with them all day long, and you would come in and you would say things, I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what they're doing outside this, and it's like, and so but we would sit down and we would get with each other afterwards, and we'd say, okay, let's talk about this again, and let's go over this again without all that radioactive stuff going on.
Well, we both had judgments of each other. Like I thought you were a tightwad. Mm-hmm. You thought I was a spendthrift. We got to, because we weren't able to discuss this and come to a place of agreement, you go to a polarity. And even with kids, you have a good cop, bad cop deal. And with different children. See, with one child, this parent's a good cop and this one's the bad cop. With another child, we reverse roles. Again, because of judgments, and we're not able to talk. This program today, we're able to come to you because of our precious partners who stand with us financially every month. They're called our rock solid partners. Literally, they're the backbone of this ministry. And so much of the finances that we are used to buy airtime, to come to you and to do all the things that we do to help marriages succeed across America and around the world, we're able to do because of our rock solid partners. And this special group gets a special resource every month that's called our Dream Marriage Library. It's the best of our seminars, of our marriage teachings, of my teachings and sermons, and it also comes with notes. Every single month, it's continuing education for your marriage. You don't have to go find it or buy it. It comes to you when you become a rock solid partner. And this is continuing education to help you to have the marriage of your dreams, to solve problems. And you literally can just sit there and build a library, and you can receive this now physically, but also you can receive it electronically. It can come on your computer, on your iPad, your iPhone, along with notes. So you can listen to it, maybe individually, or even come together as a couple and to have a date night and to have a time together of just studying and growing in your marriage. We need you to stand with us financially and become a rock solid partner, but we want to get you now this special resource in response. Here's how you can become a partner.
Take a stand for your marriage and become a rock-solid partner today. Join at the $14 level and you'll receive online access to the Dream Marriage Library with a new message each month. At the $28 level, you'll also receive each month's lesson on CD and DVD. And join at the $56 per month level and we'll add exclusive partner perks, including invitation-only access to live phone seminars and exclusive Marriage Today events. Become a rock-solid partner today. Thank you for joining us. Partner with Marriage Today and receive the series, Our Secret Paradise. Marriage Today's latest book, Happy, Happy Love, will supercharge your marriage with practical tips, wisdom, and inspiration for every stage of marriage. Visit happylovebook.com. Follow your interests and get social by connecting with Jimmy and Karen and the Ministry of Marriage Today on Twitter. And don't forget, become a rock-solid partner and receive the Dream Marriage Library. There's a rock-solid partner level to fit every need.